Okay, in this video, I want to show you another way of graphing lines, and that's by using x-intercepts and y-intercepts. Quick reminder, an x-intercept is where a graph crosses the x-axis, which is this axis here. A y-intercept is where a line crosses the y-axis, which is right here. It is very easy to find an x-intercept and a y-intercept, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to recopy my equation here that I'm graphing, because in order to find an x-intercept, all we have to do is plug in a 0 for y. When I plug in a 0 for y, 3 times 0 is 0, so that term kind of just goes away. And it leaves me with 2x equals 6. If I were to solve that equation by dividing by 2, we get x equals 3. That is your x-intercept. So my line is going to cross the x-axis right here at 3. Let's turn around now and let's find a y-intercept. To find a y-intercept, we plug in 0 for x, which means 2 times 0 goes away. It leaves me with a simple equation, negative 3y equals 6. Mark out the negative 3, divide by it, and we get y is negative 2. So my line also crosses the y-axis at negative 2. And if I know the x-intercept and the y-intercept, then I've got the equation of the line. There's the actual line. So by using the x and y-intercepts, we can very simply graph these things. Also, just a reminder, if you were asked for the slope, you can actually find the slope of this line as well. The slope, which is abbreviated m, it's a positive slope because it's uphill. My rise is 2. We can just count between the intercepts there. My rise is 2 and my run is 3. So the slope would be 2/3. Now, not always will you have nice, clean x and y intercepts like we had on the last one. Sometimes you might have decimal answers, which is fine as well, because graphing is not going to be exact. We just want as close as possible. Again, first, to find an x-intercept, we plug in 0 for y. So 4 times 0 is 0, leaves us with 5x equals 12. When we divide by 5, we actually get 2.4. So my x-intercept's at 2.4. So 2.4 is located a little bit less than 2.5, a little bit less than halfway between 2 and 3. So it's going to be somewhere around in there. Like I said, as long as you're close, it'll be okay. The y-intercept, in order to find the y-intercept, we're now going to plug in 0 for x, divide by 4, and we get y is 3. So we're going to cross the y-axis, which is the up and down axis, at 3. And again, now that we have 2 points, all we've got to do is plot the 2 points, connect our dots, and there you go for your graph. And it does have a negative slope there. And if you actually wanted to find out, you could get the slope as a decimal by rising 3, and we ran 2.4. So negative 3 over 2.4, you could divide that out on your calculator, and that would give you the slope.